Um, I will say I agree that I think in the public's mind, they are going to view big tech as big tobacco, right? In it for the money, not, not safety protection first. And let's be honest, that's that's right. Like Facebook was never like we are building a safe, they say that, right? But we all know that was not the case, right? It was one of the fastest growing software, internet platforms of all time. They were after expansion, like rapid expansion around the world. But at the same time, I don't want to discount the value of legal advocacy. I know that these cases themselves weren't strong. And of course, I'm sure lawyers are salivating, but I do want to offer that, like, legal advocacy is a tool for advocacy, like a legitimate tool for advocacy. And even though, of course, lawyers are getting paid at the end, like that's a viable tactic for holding people accountable, right? Like think like Erin Brockovich, right? So yeah, just want to posit that out there. And I'll also say on the treating it like big tobacco, I think we actually get into some pretty complicated arguments, right? So our friends down under are experimenting with like bans on social media below a certain age, right? But I linked an article from UNICEF, which actually um, came out opposed to such bans, and is more in favor, instead of outright bans, on like regulation and keeping platforms kind of safe for children to begin with, right? And now you start getting into like internet freedom debates. So I'll posit that these conversations are increasingly going to be playing out in public, and for the average mid small size nonprofit, um, you don't need to track this stuff that closely. But I think just understanding that these conversations are increasingly going to happen is important. And George, I might offer that now is the time to diversify how and where we talk to audiences. You don't want to behold your entire audience into exclusively being built on a platform that at some point in the future gets deemed problematic, right? So focus on building community through non-exploitative channels, right? Webinars, in-person events, newsletter communities. There's kind of lots of participatory ways to build communities. And one last thing, George, is anything social media, don't focus on engagement, right? Focus on outcomes, right? Likes on a Facebook post are great, except they're not really. That's not what matters, right? Remember to focus on what matters. So that's my 2 cents.